Today, we do an example speak of the US Vice President JD Vance at the Paris AI Summit 2025. As one of the leading voices in technology and economic policy, JD discusses the future of artificial intelligence, its impact on innovation and risk of excessive regulation. He outlined the Trump administration keep AI freedom at ideological bias, while ensuring it remains a powerful tool for job creation and economic growth. Watch this speech with subtitles and grow your English skills while learning about the future of AI. That kind of introduction, and I want to start by thanking President Macron for hosting the event, of course the lovely dinner last night. During the dinner, President Macron looked at me and I would like to speak, and I said, Mr. President, I'm here for good company and free one. But I have on my keep today. And of course want to thank Minister Modi for being here for for the US President and minority morning to talk about AI safety, which was the title of the conference a couple of years ago. I'm here to talk about the AI opportunity. When conferences like this convene to discuss about cutting-edge technology, oftentimes I think our response is to be too self-conscious and risk-averse. But never have I encouraged breakthrough that so clearly calls us to recite to opposite. Now our administration, the Trump administration, believes that AI will be countless revolution applications in economic innovation, job creation, national security, healthcare, free expression, and beyond. And to retreat its development now will not only unfairly benefit incumbents in the space, it will bring paralyzing of one of course transformation technologies we have seen in generations. Now, with that in mind, I would like to make four main points today. Number one, the administration will ensure that American AI technology continues to be the gold standard worldwide, and we are a partner of choice for others foreign countries, and certainly businesses that expand their own use of AI. Number two, we believe that excessive regulation of the AI sector could kill transformative industry just as it's taking off, and we will make every effort to encourage broad AI policies. I like to see that the regulatory framework making is on our way into lots of conversation at this conference. Number three, and we feel very strongly that AI must remain free from ideological bias and that American AI will not be cooperated into prone for authoritarian censorship. And finally, number four, the Trump administration will retain a workable path for AI, so it can be a potent tool for job creation in the United States, and I appreciate Minister Modi's point, and I really believe will facilitate and make people more productive, and it's not going to blame human beings. I will never blame human beings. And I think to many of the leaders and the AI industry when they ask people the fear of releasing workers, I think they really missed the point. AI, we believe, is going to make us more versatile, more prosperous, and more free. The United States of America is the AI of our administration plans to keep it that way. The US possesses own components across the full AI test, including advanced semiconductor designs, frontier output, and of course the informational applications. Now the computing power is that requires in integral to advancing AI technology and to safeguard America's advantage. The Trump administration will ensure that the most powerful AI systems are built in the US, with American designed and manufactured chips. Now, just because we're and doesn't mean we want to be and need to go up it alone. And let me be imparted about this point. Americans want to partner with all of you, and we want to be impressed on the AI revolution before us with the spirit of openness and cooperation, but through a that kind of truth. We need international regulation regimes that foster proliferation of AI technology, rather than strangle it. And we need our European friends in particularly adopt this new and this optimism rather than trepidation. Now the development of corrected at in the US and no accident. By preserving an AI-revolution environment, we encourage American leaders to experiment and to make unparalleled 3D investments. Of the 700 billion give and take that estimate to be spent on AI in 2028, over half is will likely to be invested in the United States of America. Now, this administration will not be enough our startups or the grad students, reducing some of the more scalable application of artificial intelligence. Instead, our law will keep big techs, little techs, and on our developers on the level they impute. Now, this would put the present executive order on AI, where developers AI section blend the approach overly the precautionary preparatory regime, while ensuring that all Americans benefit from the technology and its transformative potential. Now we invited your countries to work with us and to follow that model as is mentioned for you nations. However, the Trump administration is troubled by reports that some foreign governments are considering tightening for rules on U.S. tech companies with the international preference. Now, America cannot and will not accept that. And we think it's a terrible mistake, not just for the United States of America, but for your country. Now, U.S. investors are outside already know what it's like to deal with our international rules. Many of our most productive tech companies are protected with the U.S. Digital Services Act, and a massive regulation is created about taking down content and policing support for information. And of course, we want to ensure that for internet is self-less. But it's one thing to prevent the predator from preying on child on the internet, and it's something quite different to prevent a grown man or woman and assessing an opinion that the government tends to misinterpret. Meanwhile, for smaller firms, navigating a GDPR means paying endless legal complaints costs and otherwise working massive fines. Now, for some, it's the easiest way to avoid the dilemma is to simply clock EU user that precisely. It is really the future that we want. Ladies and gentlemen, I think the answer for all of us should be no. No, there is no issue to be worried about more than regulation when it comes to energy. Again, I appreciate the comments of so many at the conference because they recognize that we stand now and at the frontier an AI industry that is hungry for reliable power and high-quality semiconductors. And too many of our brands are disintegration on the one hand, and clashing reliable power out of their nations, and to reach with the other. The AI future is not going to be won by handing writing about safety, and will be won by building from reliable power plants to remain manufacture practices that can be reduced shapes of the future. Now, to touch on and decide most about AI is that it's grounded in the real and the physical economy. The sensors, educated matters and smart people sitting around a computer screen and coding. It depends on those work with their hands. Even robotics will train our factories. It will certainly make our healthcare providers better at treating diseases, but it will also depend on the data produced by those healthcare providers by those doctors and nurses. I believe it will help us create and store new models and power in the future new models. But it's right now, AI cannot take up yields the world's bills, the energy infrastructure to support it. Now, it's my view for tech innovation over the last 20 years has often contributed immense the smart people starting up computer science engineering in the world of peace. But the AI economy will primarily depending on and transform the world of atoms. Now, at this moment, we face extraordinary prospects of the new industrial revolution, one paired with the invention that the trim engine and bessemer too, but it will never come to pass. And our revelation doubts innovators from taking risks unnecessary to advance the bond. Now, it will occur if we allow AI to become dominated by massive players looking to yield the task the sensor control user tools. And I ask you to step back at the moment and ask yourself who is the most aggressively demanding that we, many political leaders gathered here today, do the most aggressive revolution. And it's very often the people who are already an incumbent advantage in the market. And when a massive incumbent comes to us asking for safety regulations, we ought to ask whether the safety regulation for the benefit of our people and whether it's for the benefit of the incumbent. Now, over the last few years, we were what as governments, businesses, and non-profit organizations have been unpopular and I believe downright history social engineering through AI. And the US there had a much action trying to tell us the George Washington's were last or that American dog wars in the World War I were in the past. Now we laugh at it now, and of course what is ridiculous. But we have to remember the lessons from that moment. And what we take from it is a Trump administration will ensure that AI systems developed in America are freedom and authority equals bias, and they will never retreat our citizens' right to free speech. We can trust our people to think, to consume information, to develop their own ideas, to debate with one another and the open marketplace of ideas. Now we also watch as a hot title foreign advisory help weaponize AI software and repository survey users and censor speech. This is hardly new, of course, and they do with all the tests. Some authoritarian regimes have stolen and used AI and strengthened their military intelligence and surveillance capabilities. The capture foreign data and create propaganda to undermine other nations' national security. And I want to be clear, the administration will cloud such efforts full stops. We will safeguard American AI and chip technologies that tip and misuse We will work with our allies rotation and strengthen extend rotations, and we will close pathways, outreach attention a capable service, and return upon our people. I would also remind our international friends here today that partnering such regimes never pay off the long term. The CCTV 255 equipment were unfamiliar with geotags at a marketplace that's been heavily subsidized and imported by authoritarian regimes. But as know, I think some of us in this room learned from experience. Partnering with them means training your nation to authoritarian master, one that seeks to infiltrate, distant, and seize your information infrastructure. Should a deal seem too good, let's remember the old jargon that should belong in Silicon Valley. If you aren't paying for the product, you are the product. Finally, this administration wants to be clear, very clear, about one last point. We will only center American workers in our AI policy. We will continue to view AI as a purely disruptive technology that will inevitably automate away our labor force. We believe and we will push for policies that ensure AI makes our workers more productive, and we accept that they will reap the rewards with higher wages, better benefits, and safer, more respectful communities. From automation, manufacturing, the most immediate application of AI are almost unborn supplemented, not replacing the work being done by Americans. Combined with this administration's worker-first approach to immigration, we believe that the U.S. labor force prepared to use AI its fullest extent will instead attract the attention of businesses that have approached some of these rules. To accomplish this, the administration will make sure that America has the best trained workforce in the world. Our school will teach students how to manage and how to supervise and how to interact with AI-enabled tools as they become more and more a part of our everyday lives. I will create new jobs and industries. Our government, businesses, labor, and organizations have an obligation to work together to empower workers not just the U.S. but all over the world. To that end, for all major AI policy decisions coming from the federal government, the Trump administration will guarantee American workers to sit at the table. We will be very proud of that. Now take up the time and would like to close at just quick story. This is a beautiful country, President Margaret, and I know that you're proud of that and should be. Yesterday I was touring glass invades with General Gabbard. With my tickets, he was enough to show the truth. I belong to America's dearest international friend, from one to earn revolution, democracy for the. He let me turn the world, but he made me put on the white gloves beforehand. And we got me thinking about this country, friends, and of course my own country, and of the beautiful civilization that we have built together, and which we want like the cyber weapons that are dangerous in the wrong hands, but are enjoyable tools with bravery and prosperity for the right hands. I couldn't have written up the comparing today if we choose the wrong approach. On the other hand, things that could be considered as dangerous, things like AI, if we hone our setbacks, we will enter not only our GDP on the stock market, but the very future and the roadsides that clearly be out of the American shutdown. project. Now this doesn't mean, of course, that concern about safety go out the window, but focus matters, and we must focus now on the opportunity to cut lines in the net portal, unleash our most brilliant innovators, and use AI to improve well-being of our nation and their peoples. With great confidence, I can say it is an opportunity that the Trump administration will not squander, and we have everyone conveyed here today. Feel exactly the same. Thank you for God's rest you are.